What's up? What's up? Ooh. I just had a really interesting conversation with this young lady right here.
Hi.
And what I really, really love is that you never know who you're talking to. I be telling y'all to, like, you got to investigate and open your mouth. And so one of the first things I learned about cryptocurrency was like talk to people to see, so I can start conversations about Bitcoins. That's what I started talking about. I'm in the Uber, I'm talking about Bitcoins, stuff like that. And earlier today, I've been knowing you for like a year, and I did not know you knew anything about futures.
Right.
And I know you were curious about Bitcoins, but I definitely know you know anything about futures. And I didn't know that you used to stay beside a neighbor who was really into futures.
Yeah.
And they worked at the Chicago what?
Chicago Board of Trade Mercantile Exchange. Yeah.
Right. And so probably sipping tea or something, they was like downloading their day at work or something. They was just all the time.
All the time.
And so it was almost like you worked there.
Yeah.
Man. So you understood like, so when you saw trading places, that was easy for you to interpret.
When I saw it the second time. First time I didn't know, but second time I did.
Gotcha. And then you saw the movie Dope.
Oh, I most certainly saw the movie Dope.
And I really have to explain the second part of that because I heard you telling somebody about Dope earlier today.
Okay.
So we're gonna definitely go back over. I'm gonna break it down for you, like at that part at the end, because he could get his money, but he told him to leave it in Bitcoin. He really looked out for him because he was like, leave it in Bitcoin because if you check it out and don't know what you're doing,
he's gonna get busted.
You're gonna get busted,
right?
Because he didn't tell him all you gotta do is take the thumb drive to the dude I got the bag from.
Right. Right.
Because he could have got all the money off the thumb drive and brought it to the dude.
Okay.
But he was like, if I do that, then you think I work for you.
Right. Right. He sure did. He freed himself completely.
And left with leverage.
Yes.
And got into Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all should go watch
Dope.
Shaman Derek is in the building. Shaman Derek, what you mean? What the title say? Bitcoin Basics. Right. Bitcoin again. Bitcoin Adventures. Again. Yeah, but we're doing a class from a woman's perspective because women are natural teachers, Shaman Derek. So you sit right there and stay tuned. Wow. And plus she's smarter than me. So that's the thing. I hang with hardcore networks. You see what I'm saying? I surround myself with people smarter than me. What are you doing?
Well, I'm surrounding myself with somebody smarter than me.
Nah, I'm just dope. I don't know.
Oh, you dope.
Smart.
Okay,
I'm just dope. But I thank you. I don't want to be but I ain't the weakest link though.
No question.
I ain't the weakest link.
Question.
My network is retarded. Yeah, you're in my network. This dude right here, Shaman Derek, is in my network. Okay. So I'm Team Taurus, and I'm in DC, and you.
And I'm Team Aries, and I'm in DC.
Okay. Right. So everybody, please introduce yourself. What team you on, and what city and state you representing? Team Pisces, Miami. What up, Maria? Thank you, Afi. So now we can really talk. What's up, Jamie? Demi is in the building. Kristen is in the building. Hey, Stacy. What's up, Michelle? Alfredo, peace. Sharon, Ashki. All right, let's get it popping, right? Yeah. So check it out. And we're going to talk about mining too, right? Women have a double chromosome, right? But we're talking about Bitcoin now. So that's right. If I should be listening to a holder of double chromosomes. So most of the day we've been talking about like different things in Bitcoins and stuff like that and cryptocurrency.
Maximizing your investment.
Maximizing your investments, getting the most. Right. So we got Shaman Derek, Team Scorpio in London, team tuning in. Absolutely. Please share this. Press 2 if you can share this because we're going to put the double chromosome women about cryptocurrency, about leveraging your investments.
Start browser mining,
hey,
ladies.
She going a little fast on y'all. She meant to say Google browser mining.
Google browser mining.
Google. Y'all should take some notes on this one right here, okay? Yes. Google browser mining as soon as possible, and then I'm going to lead into that. So, you know, I'm a storyteller, so we was talking about...
the futures contract?
So last night we was wondering like when do we buy? So I'm up here in DC trying to figure out how do we calculate. The thing is buy low, sell high.
Yes.
So if it's high and I sell it and it goes back down to low,
you made money.
Yeah, but I want to know where is the place for me to get back in? So I don't want to get back in at 14 and it's still gonna go down to 10.
Right.
So I've been looking for the formula of how to get the low as I can go.
Well, there's a couple of things you can do.
Hold on.
Okay.
So after we were discussing that formula, everybody was like, wait till tomorrow when the futures announcement is made.
Right.
Which was today that we knew about, but you didn't.
I surely didn't.
Right. And your neighbor didn't.
No.
Right.
At least it didn't mention it to me.
Right. So today we went out to eat, and that was the video that y'all saw earlier when you just realized that there was going to be an announcement on the Mercantile about trading futures.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what the hell you doing blown for? Like, I don't understand. You a woman, you ain't supposed to understand either. And I was incorrect. I was totally incorrect. So I definitely got a quick education. I was like, yo, we got to put this back out here. So I'm just going to ask her some really easy ass straightforward questions, and y'all better take some money. Take some money notes. Take some money notes in this building right here. And the brothers, you should be listening to, and make sure you share this. All right. So one of the things that stood out to me, why was you so excited about the futures? And you was like, well, this legitimizes it because everybody thinks it's going to fall. But now you're saying that since the futures, you shaking your head already. Like, so since now that they're going to be trading futures on it in shorts and longs, why does that make like Bitcoin like super official right now?
Because you have institutional money who's essentially getting involved. They have essentially created an instrument, a financial instrument, that allows them to participate in their paradigm. So they're not going to, or maybe aren't even set up to throw money literally at the coin, but they can
in the current exchange.
In the current exchange format, there may be regulations or stipulations that say that this is such a speculative environment that they can't just dump money into the coin itself. And I guarantee you, bunches of them have the coin in their personal experience. Oh. Okay, guaranteed. So, which is another reason why the price has gone up to as much as $17,000 or $18,000? Because people with major money are getting involved.
So there's nothing for them to go buy 40 coins or something.
Nothing.
But they don't let their company.
Well, it is. There's no conflict there. If I work for
Goldman
Sachs, J.P. Morgan Chase, and I make 6 digits, and I decide, you know what? Let me see what this is. It's nothing for me to buy. What? I could buy 10 coins, and I'ma still eat tomorrow.
Wow. No fidgeting?
Wait a minute. I could buy with my bonus from last year if I wanted to, if I didn't waste it on a car. And we all know if I did waste it on a car, I could have sold the car by now. Some guy was selling his gold, what was it, a gold Bentley that was worth 117,000 pounds. He was trying to sell it for Bitcoin. I said, good luck with that catching on. Nobody's trying to give up Bitcoin right now. Not to that tune.
Right.
He was selling it, but he only wanted Bitcoin for it.
He was going to have to take like 60. Something like that. But nobody want to get off Bitcoins anyway. I
can't imagine that anybody bought that car for Bitcoin.
Why?
Bitcoin is just too hot right now.
So you're not selling your Bitcoin?
No.
Why not?
Because it's worth more to me growing in the pot that it's in.
But it could hit 20 tomorrow.
Yes, that's exactly why I'm not letting it go.
So why don't you just sell it at 20?
I don't know. First of all, it's not tomorrow. It's right now.
Okay, but
and I'm not going to sell it at 20 because given that the futures contract is now online, the sky is not the limit on Bitcoin.
So you're telling me that if it's at 30 tomorrow, or by Tuesday,
still not selling it.
You're not selling your Bitcoin?
No. Because it's positioned to just hand me some money. All I got to do is hang out. Yes.
Word in the street is it's fake and it could crash.
Well, that's the word in the street where you don't know what it is.
Oh, well, what's the word in the financial institutions? What they saying?
The financial institution is saying, let's put a contract on this daggone thing called a futures contract, and let's play in this game according to our rules. Let's make a futures contract, which is an agreement to buy or sell in the future. That guarantees Bitcoin's future right there, the very name of the instrument.
So if women or men don't know. Does a woman or a man have to know what a future is to get some Bitcoins?
No.
With this thing that just happened, with that neighbor that you know who's also enthusiastic, would you say this is
This is a game changer.
No. Is it too late for people to get in and get Bitcoin?
Absolutely not.
Now, you told me a story that said somebody told you about Bitcoin. It was around 2,500 or whatever. What was the first time?
First time I heard about Bitcoin, it was probably still dollars. I mean, tiny dollars.
But
it was probably not even $10.
But the next time you heard about it, you thought the only way you could get in Bitcoin.
Oh, when I heard about it, yes, I thought you had to buy an entire coin.
How much was the price?
$1,755.
So it was $1,755.
Yep.
So with the strategy that I use is I say buy with ones.
Yes.
So that
10%.
means or one.
Or 1%, yes.
So if you'd have bought 1% of a coin at that time, it would have been $17.
Yep.
And if you'd have wanted 2%, you could have bought $34.
Yep.
10% would have been $175. And then you'd have just bought that 10 times or whatever. You just spent 10 times and then you'd have had a whole coin.
Oh,
right.
Absolutely.
So if you would have done, like if you'd have known that you could have just bought a piece of a coin, what would you have done differently?
Oh, I would have done it immediately.
Would you have done like what, $100 a week, $50 a week?
I would have put $100 in there and would have walked away and not even care what happened.
But would
$100?
But would you have got some more?
Absolutely, because it was climbing. And then after the situation in Greece, please.
What?
Because when the currency in Greece was vulnerable, a lot of people were being advised. When people were putting, that's when Bitcoin, I believe, spiked from out of the few bucks into went to like $60-$70 when the economy got destabilized in Greece because the situation was off kilter.
They took everybody's money.
No, well, I can't speak to it in specific terms, but I do know that the shakeout in Greece definitely was good for Bitcoin.
Okay.
So as currencies in different countries get less and less stable, the cryptocurrencies are going to grow more and more popular, especially ones like Bitcoin that have a history, that have a track record. You can't argue with $16,000 a coin.
No matter...
Your dollar isn't even worth $1.
No matter the skepticism of those who don't know about Bitcoin in the streets of America.
Those who don't know about Bitcoin in the street probably don't know about money in the pocket either. And now
they think a dollar worth a dollar, right?
They already think a dollar worth a dollar. If the dollar bought more when you were, if the dollar bought more last month than it's buying now, your dollar is not worth a dollar.
So, and I'm gonna get to any questions. I got to stay focused while she's talking because I'm learning at the same time. So right now, we want to buy low, sell high, but if you ain't got none,
you just want to buy.
You get $100.
I mean, listen, if it's $16,000 right now and you're saying it's going to 20 by Monday night, you want to buy. That's lower than 20,000. Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't need 20,000. You don't need 16,000 to get in. You can get in with $100
or $16.
Or $16, and your money is going to grow commensurate with the amount that you put in.
It's going to grow faster than what's in my savings account.
Your savings account isn't growing. As a matter of fact, 20% of banks are now paying negative interest rate, which means they're charging you to keep your money in the bank.
But what if I have like a $10,000 CD or I got a couple of $10,000 CDs?
They ain't paying nothing.
I know, but I'm squeezing on it for a rainy day.
You ain't squeezing on it for a rainy day. The bank is squeezing on you. First of all,
are they going to be using that CD money in the futures?
They could. They can use it. They can use it to lend money to somebody who wants to open a business that 5 years from now it won't be open no how. Or they can use it to get into futures. So actually, for people who are leery about getting into Bitcoin or getting into cryptocurrencies, just know that this futures contract, in a weird sort of way, is your introduction to your money being now in Bitcoin. Because the banks are playing with your money. That's where the banks get money. It's your money. So now you may be skeptical about Bitcoin. Your bank is going to put your money and a whole bunch of other people's money in this futures contract, it's going to rise and fall.
Keep going.
It's going to rise and fall, make them $1 bazillion. And they're going to give you your 1%.
They're not, and they're not going to tell you, are they?
Tell you.
They just make, so what you're saying
you
is.
telling me that people on the street think Bitcoin is going to crash. You think the bank is going to tell them?
That is not. And that I'm using your money.
Please.
The money that I'm holding in the savings right now, that
the
you
money
gave me
you
permission.
sitting on.
The money you sit, well, really the numbers on the computer, because I got the money.
Yes.
And I'm flipping the money.
Flipping it hard.
And now I'm getting ready to go somewhere where this money don't sleep on no day. It's open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365
days a year.
We showed you on Thanksgiving. We was open.
Yes.
We went up $3,000 or $4,000 in one day.
Yes. There are no bank holidays for Bitcoin.
I'm going to take your money that you sitting on and now have federal permission to flip it and not share it with you while I make money on it.
You have federal permission to buy and trade, to buy and
sell
the future.
The banks do.
Yes.
The banks
future
do.
of their currency, yes.
And so.
That's what you pay them for.
And so they're going to come back and share the profits with me, right?
Only the 1%.
No. I'm talking about like the average Joe. Listen. Somebody's watching who teaches.
Okay.
She got a savings account because she got children, and she got her money in a bank or credit union, right? And this, she's just putting it there for whatever case there's an emergency or she want to move or something like that. And now they have permission, the banking institutions, to use her money that's in that savings to go trade on it, right? Mm-hmm. Well, morally, I would think that they would give me a piece of the profits. That's not happening?
Morally?
Yeah, morally.
Talking about the bank.
I'm letting you use my money, though. I mean, hey, you using my money.
There's no moral contract between you and the bank. There ain't no such thing as morality at the bank. Come on now.
Huh?
I'm not even going to say what I'm thinking.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Say it. Are you getting ready to say the bank don't give a blue, 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 blue?
It's worse than that.
Oh, it's worse than that.
Listen.
If the bank saying bend over, let me hit that with some sawdust.
Listen, if Jesus walked up into the bank right now, they call security.
What?
And he gone. They gonna say, dude, stay in your lane. You save souls, we'll save the money. Come on.
So, but Bitcoin is powerful enough where now I can take that and do it myself without the bank, and just by buying Bitcoins,
you'll do way better. Because you're directly involved.
I was gonna say theoretically, but you're saying actually.
No, actually. If you open yourself a Coinbase account or whatever exchange you want to buy your Bitcoin on,
and buy $500 worth of Bitcoin.
You buy $5 worth of Bitcoin.
I like $500.
$500 is even better, okay. Right? You buy $500.
I got $5,000 in my saving. I'm a little skeptical, and I moved $500 over into Bitcoin.
Yes.
I'm in the game.
Oh, you in the game? Waist deep.
Waist deep?
You in it? You know what I mean? And not only are you in it, you're in it and you can actually watch it do something. So many of the investments out there, they aren't really doing anything. They aren't really active, and they don't have a lot of volatility in them. So it's like watching paint dry on some of these things. That's why you're not making any money. Volatility is where money is. It's where risk is.
And what did I say in the car?
No risk, no return. You said something much more.
Mine, I said, I said if you never took a chance, you never had
a
one.
chance, yes.
But you said something about the risk and the reward piece, like it's related.
There's a corollary between how much risk you take and how much reward is available. Yes.
And I think that, to me, especially in black women's head, a lot of the risk is made up. That's why you always hear me keep talking about stop romanticizing things.
Yes.
Like I say 20% romance, 80% relationship science.
Yes.
So that means relationship science with numbers. Yes. So if I look at the numbers, like the banks did.
Yes.
Before they came in.
Yes.
They did a whole bunch of research, right?
Yes.
They was researching,
it was apparent.
They had to research.
Absolutely.
Especially when it hit 10,000.
It was throwing it at them.
they had all this research, and they wasn't being romantic about it.
Oh no.
But women who got money, who don't want to put it in there, they got this romantic relationship
with their money.
And then they don't, and so they're like, well, it's so risky. Well, now that Mr. Charlie is in, big white boy banking is in, do you think he is taking
he's taking a calculated risk
where it's kind of stacked where he gonna win?
Absolutely,
because he can bet either way.
He can bet either way, and he's betting your money.
Wait, he's not using his own money?
No.
So I might as well take my money and bet.
Your money in there anyway.
It's mine.
It's yours. You may as well get the stash.
So if I take my
money,
I
let the bank. Well, okay. So some people would say, well, the bank is taking the risk. If I have $5,000 in the bank and the bank is giving me my 1%, and I'm not risking my $5,000, if it's going to be there at the end of the day, no matter what happens in the futures market or in Bitcoin, my $5,000 is still sitting there. If that's
insured.
Where you at.
It's insured.
Oh man, please. So, but the bottom, let's say hypothetically, all things being considered, my $5,000 is there. So I know I still have it. However, it isn't growing. It isn't circulating. Money is like blood. It's got to be on the move. So, and when it's on the move, when it is circulating, it brings stuff home with it.
I keep telling people that money is like a sophisticated woman. If you don't know how to treat her, she will leave you.
She will leave you. And even technically, if you're letting it sit in the bank and it's only growing 1%, in a lot of ways, she's leaving you, even though it looks like she's sitting there.
Because she's sophisticated. She wants to be on the move.
She wants to get out there.
Women want to do some frisky things. Some risky things. You just said it. She said that women want to do some things. She said women want to get out there.
Well, the thing is,
tell the truth. Tell the truth and
shame the devil. Right?
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
The real deal is, first of all, I don't want women to feel like, oh, you dogging us because you're saying that we are getting emotional about our money, right?
I ain't dogging nobody. I'm just stating the fact.
Well, yeah, it is a fact because mostly women are paying the cost to be the boss. And they got to keep their own lights on, their own phone ringing, and a roof over their head.
You gonna make a whole other conversation?
No, I'm not going to make a whole other conversation. I'm only trying to shed some light on the psychological dynamic. So I'm saying that you can do all of that and you can still get into Bitcoin. You only need to risk what you feel comfortable putting in. So when I first opened my account, I threw $100 in there. I'm gonna throw $100 away.
You gonna blow it?
My sister said, "Listen, if you got 100, the minute you turn it into 20s, it's gone. So stop playing. You spend 60, 70, 80, $100 on your hair if it's your hair. My niece does hair. She puts weaves in for $150, and you telling me I can't buy some Bitcoin? That's absurd.
Because when I take the hair out, how much is it worth?
Nothing.
Can't even use it again.
Well, if it's real hair, you can. But that's beside the point.
The 100 that you put in.
Yes.
What's it looking like right now? If you don't mind me getting into your little
I put $100 in. It's a $250. That might have been $265 when I left home this morning.
I need you to buy some more.
And it hasn't been in a month.
Right. So your strategy
is to buy some more, no question, and to buy some other coins.
But I want you to buy with the ones.
Oh yes, with the percentages.
So
yes.
You're either buying 1% or 10%.
Yes.
That's it. That's your goal.
Actually, if I had been, I had enough. I had the presence of mind when you said get in, right? So, but I didn't have the ones then because actually. When I got
What'd you get in at?
I got in at 7,000.
And you bought 100.
I bought 100. I'd have bought 140.
Listen,
I'd have bought 20% instead of 10. 2% instead of 1.
So did you have the other 40?
Did I have? Sure, I had it. I just didn't do it. I in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, let me just throw $100 at this thing. I wasn't thinking in the terms that you presented. So, and then when I heard that, I was like, oh, I was not thinking that.
So you did like a little over 1%.
I was a little over 1%. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so your money's been moving like that since.
It's been racing.
So now you can just imagine this how you watch her face, watch you make her face curl up. So if you'd have been buying 1%, like every time it went up 1,000, so that means let's say you bought 2%. That means you bought 140. Then you saw it go up to 8,000. Then you spent 160. Now you have 4%. Then you went up to 9,000.
Sure.
And then you bought 180.
Yeah.
Would that have hurt you?
No.
One more time. Would that have hurt you? That wouldn't have hurt you?
No.
At all? Because now you're talking. Let's do that. Hold up. Hold on. We're just gonna do the math.
Okay.
So if you did 140,
yeah.
When it was at 7, then it went to 8, you was gonna do 160, and then it went to 9, you did 180, and then if it went to 10, that was 200.
Yeah.
All right. So that's 0, 8, that's 10, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $680.
Nope.
That wouldn't hurt you?
No. And definitely not in increments.
Yeah, like in increments.
But I have to say though, keep in mind, it went from 7 to 8 to 9 to 10,000 in days.
Listen, it don't matter. As soon as you seen it move, you had something on your phone. Coinbase tell you that it moved, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this would have been 2%. That would have been 2%. That would have been 2%. That would have been 2%. 2, 4, 6.
I'd have been 8% in. I'd have almost 10% of the coin.
Right.
I'd have $1,600 worth of Bitcoin right now, and growing. And see.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold it. Let's just go to the next one just to even it up. So that's 680. Then it would have went to 1,100. So you'd have bought 220 after that, which would have put you at $900. Then you would have had 10% of a Bitcoin off of 900.
Yep.
And right now, if you would stop right there, your 900 would be 1,600. Because that's 10% of 16,000. Because it's at 16,000.
$900 is not 1% of 16,000.
Oh, 1%.
I'm sorry. That's 10%.
10%.
10% of 16,000 is 1,600.
Right. So your 900 would be at 1,600 right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. My $900 investment.
Your $900 investment would be at $1,600.
Which is more than double the money. Well, not quite double the money. $1,800, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
While you were sleeping.
Totally.
But if you'd followed this rule, you'd have bought it at 7, 8, 9, 10. Every 1,000 you would have got you another one.
More than every 5 minutes if I could have bought it. Yes. I wish I had known that I didn't have to buy a complete coin when I first heard about it, because I would have gotten into it.
Do you think that's important for people to know right now?
Yes. You don't listen. If you had to buy an entire coin in order to get involved in this movement, we wouldn't even be online right now. It wouldn't even be necessary. So at the same time, I feel like I said to my niece and nephews, I said, listen, just get in it. This is the currency of your generation. Get in it. Don't wait for somebody to tell you, I'm sorry, but you need Bitcoin to buy this. And you like, huh? What you talking about? You don't want to be in that loop. You don't want to be a laggard. And
hey, why you put that
I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't want to be in that position where somebody's telling you.
Hold on, say the word again.
You don't want to be a laggard. You don't want to be in a position where somebody is telling you, because trust me, the day is going to come where if you want to, you can get paid in Bitcoin from your job.
What do you mean? That was yesterday. The video I did. The barber came in.
Yeah, the barber is working for himself, and he can determine what currency he wants to be paid in. I'm saying the day is going to come where if you work for Uncle Sam, the same way you checked the little box and said you wanted direct deposit, and eventually they took the option from you. And they told you were going to get direct deposit. Well, the day is going to come where you can choose what currency you want to get paid in. And then the day is going to come when they're going to tell you what currency you're going to get paid in. So the time to find out, the time to engage in this environment is right now. There's no need to be at the effect of this movement. You can write your own ticket.
Or be a laggard.
Or be a laggard. Yes.
I have to talk about the laggards.
Okay.
So,
and as I said to you earlier, all of those phases of development, or every stage of that learning curve has its place. And the fact of the matter is that the innovators and the early adapters will profit throughout that entire phase on people who weren't ready, weren't prepared, too scared, whatever. All those people help the earlier people make money.
Wow.
That's just the fact of the matter.
Wow.
You can either get in and make money, or people are going to make money on the fact that you're sitting on the sideline.
Wow.
That's how the game has always been played.
Wow.
But you are going to be in it. The question is,
when?
The question is, are you going to be getting paid, or is somebody going to be getting paid on you? You're going to be paying someone else for sitting on the sideline.
Hold on. So I'm gonna give an example using this right here. Mm-hmm. See this cube? Y'all see this cube right here? Thank you, Dean. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna show you what the laggard is.
Thank you.
I'm gonna show you what the laggard is, right?
Okay.
Using this example.
Okay.
All right. Hold on. Let me draw one more line on the bottom, baby. So I hope some of y'all watched the video the other night about what a laggard was. And this is definitely designed for black people, because y'all make me want to use the N-word.
But it's such an opportunity for us.
Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna show them. Okay. So there's different layers in this stone. So here's the top layer. Here's the second layer. Here's the third layer. Here's the fourth layer. And here's a fifth layer. That's me.
Okay.
All right. So at the top of this is the innovator. This is the person who wrote the code.
Right.
Like, this person is in so early. He wrote the white paper, and he bought Bitcoin at 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, 4 cents, $1. That's the innovator up here in the top, right? Listen, this is the people, this is like the innovator, right? And you hear black people always talking about, well, it's too late because I didn't get in at the beginning. No, you're not an innovator. If every time that you hear somebody tell a story and say, I didn't get in at the beginning, that person is saying, I don't have an innovative mind. They're confessing to you, I don't have an innovative mind. Because somebody came and told me, and I refuse because I'm not an innovator. Innovators create stuff. All right. So, and it's a very small region. Like, look at that coin. I mean, not coin, but look at this rock. See how small that little section is right there? That's the innovators. All right. After the and that's like 2%, 2.3%. Next is this surface area right here. All this right here. All that. On the outside, the second layer is the early adapters. That's if you own any Bitcoin. Before today. If you had any Bitcoin, $1, 2,000, 3,000, even if you sold it.
Say it.
Even if you bought it and got rid of it.
Yes.
Not if you heard about it but didn't buy. If you bought it and sold it, you already are in the experiment.
Yes.
The experience.
In the experience, yes.
So you are an early adapter. So who's on? So right now, if you, well, I'm gonna take roll call in a minute. So the two that we covered so far is the innovator and then the early adapter. As of today, it just went global.
Yeah.
With the futures.
With the futures.
And this next realm, which
that
takes
taps into the common market. This
next realm right here is called the early majority. The EA, the early majority. Early majority. So this early majority is when I have to say it in black people terms. Black people don't believe nothing till the white man tell you.
Okay.
So now since the white banks is in, it's official.
Yeah.
We ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Today's their birthdays, really. I could run an astrology chart.
Their investment birthday?
They're Sagittarius because it started at 6 o'clock. I already got the time. I know where.
Okay.
The whole nine.
Okay.
So this is when a whole bunch of folks is finna come in. because since they seen the white man or they seen the banks, the white man owns the bank. So this ain't no racial conversation. Ain't no black bank big like that. So the white man owns all these banks and he's coming in.
Institutional money.
Institutional money. Now, since your bank got into the game, now
with your money,
now you're going to say, I'm going to get some Bitcoin. I'm going to get some cryptocurrency. I want to mine. Nancy's talking about mining. Kyer, he got felonies and he sold drugs and he got Bitcoins. I'm an early adapter. Even when I was selling dope, I was an early adapter.
Yeah.
I was a trendsetter. I really was an innovator.
I really learned my lesson because I could have been on the innovator tip.
She could have been on the
innovator. That's how long ago I found out about it.
If you got them for less than, if you got them before that first crash, like if you got them before like they hit $50, you damn sure was an innovator. You know what? Anything less than 1,000 put you at an innovator.
Yes.
500.
And I could have been an innovator back in what, May?
Nah.
That January?
No, January was because my man told me.
Was it $1,500 in January?
No, and I know because I go back to my pain point, which was the beginning of February 2016.
Okay.
It was at like 1,700.
1,700.
But Christmas of last year was 700.
Dang.
So
I got enough money for Christmas to buy a coin, to buy a full coin.
Just for Christmas as a present.
Please.
Can you show me any of that right now?
I can't show you a hot dime.
Listen now, listen. Yasha talking about why didn't you tell me? Yasha. See?
Don't hit him.
Why didn't you tell me?
You non-violent conversation.
You here at the bottom. I'm going to get to who you are. I'm going to get to who you are. Yes, I am. Hold on. She can. Yeah, but she can't act. She's not an innovator and she's not a early adapter.
There's no harm in it.
I ain't saying it was no harm for me to identify her.
No, not at all.
No.
And to know who you and really the value of this conversation and
knowing
this
where
experience
your ass is
knowing where your lens is, because now I'm saying, gosh, I had been told about Bitcoin, told about it, saw it in the movie Dope, and still it was going shoom.
I saw Dope. I paid to see Dope 3 times at the movie theater. So I was in that 2015.
And trust me, I did not miss that scene. I was like, Bitcoin. I wonder how that happened.
And it opened up with the conversation. In there talking to his mama about Bitcoin in the very first scene.
No, I missed that.
The very first scene, he's at the kitchen table. No, he's at the table in the very first scene.
Okay.
Even before he talks about how his father left him and left the movie The Mac.
Okay.
He was at the table talking to his mama about Bitcoin. His mama was like, "You mean somebody's going to be able to trade electronic stuff?" It's in the script.
Wow.
Forrest Whitaker got Bitcoins, Pharrell got Bitcoins, and Puffy got Bitcoins because they the executive producer of this movie and they had to have read the script. So and all the actors in there got to have Bitcoin because they had to do a table read before they did the movie.
To say what the heck is this?
And somebody went and did some research.
Absolutely.
While the movie was in the cutting room. So when they finished shooting.
Before it was in the cutting room.
Right. Okay. So now.
And the average decent script is in some stage of development for as much as 4 years before we ever see it on screen. So that's how deep the research is on that. So
they probably they were early adopters and innovators because if it came out in 2015, somebody approached Forrest Whitaker and them in 2013 about doing the project. Then they had to get the money up to do it and yada,
they
yada,
probably
yada.
used Bitcoin to make the movie.
I mean, it wasn't popping like that at that time.
Still.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, hold on. Think about what you're saying. You're saying Dope came out in 2015. Yes, they could have. Now you put the movie out there. You put the documentary. Think about what you're saying. You put the documentary out there, The Rise and Rise of Bitcoin.
Yes.
I believe it was.
It came out in 2014.
But I believe it was 2011, 2012 when those guys that moved to Panama, they sold their interest and they got like $11 million.
Yeah, they sold it for 125,000 Bitcoins or something like that.
So for all intents and purposes, it's fair to say that Dope was a fairly low budget flick. It couldn't have cost them more than $50 million to make Dope.
Oh, not 10 probably. And we can look that up.
Only had a handful of locations and they were...
Just all in California. So you can just type in...
budget?
Movie Dope budget.
Okay.
Movie Dope budget, Forrest Whitaker. because you put his name in there. Movie, dope, budget, Forrest Whitaker. So while she's looking up the budget for this movie that was the black person's version of the documentary for Bitcoins, you got the innovator, the early adapter, and then you got the early majority when people is sitting right here going in.
Oh my goodness. 7 million USD. They freaking made that movie on a Bitcoin investment. They could have.
Puffy fronted that.
But that was pocket change.
It was pocket change for all three
of them.
For all three of them.
And if they did it with Bitcoin, come on, Kanye, when Bitcoin was just dollars, I mean, like a few bucks, it was less than, I mean, remember what I'm saying to you. From idea, okay, so you have the idea for a script. You have what's called a treatment for a script.
Yes,
you have the script.
Yes.
Then you have the actual filming. Then you have the editing. And then you put that baby out there for public consumption. That thing it's years.
2 years.
They could have done this in 2 years.
They could have got it done in 2 years.
And they could have made $7 million in Bitcoin.
Yeah, but that was in 2014.
Listen, the movie came out in the summer of 2015.
Yes.
And Bitcoin had made enough money for those guys in the rise of Bitcoin to be millionaires. Bitcoin millionaires were running around wild long before we were even present to what was happening.
Pause, let me get back to the laggards.
Sorry.
So people know who they are. No need to apologize. Just hold that. See, got somebody just as enthusiastic as me. So who are you? Are you an innovator? Are you an early adapter? And if you don't have any Bitcoins, but you plan on getting some after this video, you are early majority.
No shame to your game.
No, you should. Hey, man, just get you some. Just get you some.
You can get on the next round.
But look at the colors. Look at the colors.
Yes.
See the white? All that. All this is better. I'm going to say it's better. Okay? I'm going to say it's agreeable.
Yeah.
But black folks, the brown skins, black folks, because I can prove
used to be.
No. Until we change it, historically, that's what you are. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Right. So you didn't get in at Google.
Nope.
You didn't get in on Microsoft.
Nope.
You didn't get in on Amazon.
Nope.
You didn't get in on Alibaba. You didn't get in on Facebook. You didn't get in on no .coms at all. You didn't get it. You didn't even get in on real estate for it to crash up under you. You didn't take no risk, didn't take no chances.
Coinbase.
You didn't get in on Coinbase.
Said, where can you purchase it?
He has to talk to some of us this way.
He has to talk to someone.
Who got a problem? Hold up. Who got a problem?
No, somebody said, where can I buy it? And I said, Coinbase.
Okay, I thought somebody was explaining I have to talk to somebody this way. I do. Yes. So look. None of you, including me, because I'm black, so I can say that. I knew and didn't get in.
Right.
Intel didn't get in on Intel. Gary V didn't get in on Uber. They told all the initial investors for Uber only had to put up $25,000, and Gary V didn't give them $25,000.
Wow.
And he had it.
Wow.
So then now he got to ride Uber. You see what I'm saying? So here we go. The brown is the late majority. You got the early majority. Now this is half the population. Now half the population don't know about. I mean, this first white part is gonna be big, but then this brown part is gonna be when Bitcoin is gonna be so damn high that the $100 that she spent is gonna be like you getting a cup of coffee. It's just because you're gonna be getting such a small percentage. Like, if you went back to the 1700s and bought an ounce of gold, it would be $50. You know what I'm saying? But now, if you got an ounce of gold, it's whatever the price is, $1,200, $1,600, $2,200, whatever. So when the later you wait, the more the price goes.
Okay, listen to this.
Wait, let me finish the example, because I'm going to get to the laggards, then I'm going to turn it over.
Okay.
So if you a late person, if you use a computer, Apple or Microsoft, and you didn't get any of the stock, and now you can't afford it, and you wish you did, you in this section on the damn bottom, which is a laggard.
Wow.
You a laggard. Yo.
You're a consumer.
you a laggard. You a customer. EPMD, because you a customer. Go find EPMD and play. You a customer. So the people who made all the money this was Bill Gates. He was just an innovator. That's all. And then the other people came by who supported him. That's up here in the top. So get you some Bitcoin while it's still able to be in the white, because once half the population finds out, and when the banks start getting their money, what do they call these? What do you say? These institutional money. When the institutional money start tripling, quadrupling, and 17 times in their money, because they want to drive the price up, because then they can make even larger margins. Right. You know can they make crazy money like, what is that, 16,000? What they gonna make when it's at 30?
Oh my gosh.
Betting on a short.
Please.
Huh?
So let me just tell you like a little personal,
hold on,
private.
She getting ready to reveal something. You can Mercury retrograde.
Yes.
Have you been a laggard on something before? Let's just have a moment of honesty. Press 1 if you've been a laggard before.
And listen.
Press 1 if
don't
innovator.
You could
innovator.
Most of the people on this line were alive during the .com boom.
Yeah, all of y'all was.
Google, Yahoo, Netscape. Netscape don't even exist anymore. And it came out on the stock exchange at $72 a share and blew through the roof, made all kinds of money, and they're gone now. But the money got made. See, if you've been a laggard before, I can press 1. Hold on, I'm gonna put a 1 in. I'm gonna put a 1 in for both for me and Nancy. Yeah, put it that way.
We've been laggards before.
I'm not tripping. I'm what?
I'm not tripping. I'm growing.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Oh yeah. Sure. No, I can get in her ass and she don't grow.
Oh no.
So, oh yes. So this is an opportunity for you to not be labeled and have laggard tattooed across the eyebrow, because you have another laggard. All the things that you knew about that you didn't get in because you were scared, that would have paid off big, that were risky then, but hindsight is 2020. That's why I can talk shit like this, because you got laggard. You got a whole forehead. What's that stuff y'all put on up here? What's that when you just pat like that? What is that?
Oh, the
blush, powder. What is the foundation?
Foundation, yes.
You got.
I don't use it either.
You got the word laggard tattooed on your head like foundation.
Wow.
You got the word laggard on like foundation. The tattoo is your foundation of laggard. Yo, you know the only thing that can wipe laggard off is innovator, early adapter. You can cover them tattoos up. You can remove them tattoos by becoming an innovator and stop romanticizing opportunities. Quit romanticizing opportunities.
Well, in my mind, if you were romanticizing it, you'd be in it. Like if you meet a new guy, you think he's amazing until you find out.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't?
What are you talking about? These women out here think, oh, he's too good to be true.
Oh, come on.
And he's going to cheat on me because all men are dogs. That's how women are thinking now. That's exactly right. And so I'm single because I can't find the right one out here. Just like you had to correct, Chi had to correct Derek on something he was saying earlier today. Women and men misuse their vocal cord. They can't control their tongue and they speak death upon themselves. So they don't. So they're not. They meet a wonderful guy.
Yeah.
I scare women off because I'm the right guy, because I'm honest, and they're not used to that.
Wow.
They're not used to somebody being radically honest and telling them something and being like, you know what?
You disrupt the paradigm.
Yo, if you have sex with me and have sex with him, it's your pussy, and I'm fine with that. They think I'm lying. They think I'm lying.
Wow.
But for some women, that's their greatest joy. You mean I can have sex with you and him and you ain't gonna trip? Nope. No. Because your pussy don't determine how much you love me.
Right.
And who you have sex with don't determine how much I love you. Because I ain't got love for nobody in my groins. Because that's a savage.
Okay.
A savage has love based in their groins. Now I said that.
Wow.
A savage keeps love in a savage measures love by their groins. Or your stomach. Yeah, if you feed me, you my friend. That don't mean I got to love you. They fed me in jail and prison, and that don't mean they love me. You understand? But if I thought that the prison loved me because they fed me, that makes me a savage. I'm not a savage. You know what I'm saying? So that's why another reason why I don't even mind. And I might get a little frustrated, but because the coochie can't, you can't reward me with the coochie no more. Because I ain't a savage. I ain't a savage because now I'm an innovator and an early adopter to this thing called radical honesty. Right? It's better than poly. It's better than poly.
Sexier.
It's sexier than poly too.
Yeah.
You know, it's called.
Yeah.
It's really ancient because it's called unconditional love.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you. Well, you know, I had sex, with so and so the other week, and I didn't want to have sex with you, but I wanted to have sex with him. Okay, I still love you. You was radically honest. I have unconditional love for you. Oh, well then, since you did that, then I ain't gonna have sex with you when you want to have sex with me. No, that's childish. That's that kid shit that folks do. So when you cut that out, then you can get back to getting out of the brown and being a late majority and a laggard. So there's laggard, late majority, early adapter, and innovator. This me up here when it comes to cryptocurrency. She got cryptocurrency, so she's up here too. She got it before the futures came out. I promise you on everything. Y'all gonna go back and watch this, and you're gonna see everybody on the next 2 weeks, especially now that they've seen you in this video, your inbox is going to be flooded with the early majority about how do I set up my Coinbase account.
Okay.
So you trying to get to browser mining.
Yes.
You trying to get to getting a rig.
Yes.
They ain't got no Coinbase account. So I'm going to warn you, don't talk to them if they don't have some
involvement.
No, some fraction of a cryptocurrency.
Okay. Because nothing I say to somebody that doesn't have an account is going to make any sense.
Like my man said about the horse racing track. He used to go to the horse racing track, and none of it was very boring because everybody just running around the track.
Right.
People just riding the horse, and all y'all cheering for what? So then he followed the man to the window to bet, and then when he went there, he put down $8. He put down $2 on 4 horses. He said the entire landscape changed.
Yep.
He wanted to know why the jockey had that color on. How much did the jockey weigh? Is that horse from Kentucky or from Arabia?
Wow.
What's the horse's mama's name? What's the horse's daddy name? How many races did he win? Does he run good in mud? Is the track dry? Is the track wet? What did he eat yesterday? How did he finish? Because you don't care until you put some skin in the game.
Right.
And so that's my problem with black folks is they want you to, they left brain everything while they ain't got no action in the game. And every day the market is just puta. You ain't got to understand everything. Your mama
but if
lied.
you get in, you will naturally gravitate. Your understanding will naturally percolate to the surface because you're involved.
Demia, what's the topic? Demia says stay on topic. Well, Demia, what is the topic? The topic is the basic. This is a basic class on Bitcoin. This is not the women in mining class. Because I'm about to go do a reading and she's about to go and get on some innovative now mining.
Oh, awesome. Somebody's had it for over a year. You're looking at a Bitcoin
millionaire.
Thousandaire at least. Oh, yes, could be.
As long as she don't sell it.
Right.
Right. So y'all looking at a cryptocurrency mining innovator black woman. Because there ain't no black women talking about mining as a collective.
Right.
So what y'all looking at is a history maker right here. Sitting right here. You see a history maker right here. Because she is getting ready to say, yo, let's hurry and finish this up so I can go talk to Michael Phoenix before he go back to Portland.
Right.
And so I can pick his brain about mining.
Exactly.
So I can see. She didn't say precisely or exactly. She said prozactly.
Right.
She trying to go and find out all she can about mining. Okay? So when you talking about women mining, you put yourself up here. So would you suggest that women go YouTube mining?
With lightning speed. Because I'm going to talk to Mike.
She getting her phone, she grabbing her jacket. She ain't even saying no peace to y'all. So I guess Jamia, the
Have an awesome week, everybody.
She get ready to check out on y'all.
Get involved. Just get involved.
You gonna go do what right now?
Thank you so much.
What are you gonna do right now?
I'm going to talk to Mike about browser mining because I already have a browser.
And you was asking him about it at lunch
And
over dinner?
We were asking him over dinner. He said, you have a computer? I said, yes. He said, where is it right now? I said, it's in my office. He says, is it on? I said, yes, and it's not doing anything. I said, that's right. He said, well, then it's sitting there doing nothing and you could be making money browser mining. I wouldn't even have to be there looking at the thing.
That's what you can really go learn right now?
As long as it's plugged into the wall, it's sitting there anyway. What do? Go and log into my... I log in, I use my computer now more since I have a Coinbase account than I did. And it's a Mac. I paid juicy money for that thing.
Even though she laughing, she kind of salty on the inside by herself. Because big shouts out to out in California, the article that I had about the pussy earlier this week. Yes.
It's the Salisbury or something?
No, the sister who wrote about, she said a woman's mind, vagina, and purse are all connected.
Oh, you mentioned that, but you didn't tell me who said it.
Cause I'm now ashamed because I don't come up with the name on video, and she watched it this far. She be like, "Damn, you forgot my name."
Already?
No, not already. Like, that's my homie.
Oh, you
but
know
it's on the end of my tongue. Yeah,
that's all right.
She has an autistic son. She studies astrology.
Crypto.
Right. I'm just on that right there.
Right.
So all I'm saying is, be an early get in and do something that you didn't do last week. You know what I'm saying? And get your T-shirt that says, "I am my ancestors' wildest dreams." Because my grandfather had no idea. What?
Is that your T-shirt?
No, I'm finna start producing it on a large scale. Yeah. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. My grandfather and my mother and my daddy and nobody in my lineage ever thought that I could be a millionaire off of cryptocurrency because I was an early adapter and an innovator. Mm-hmm. That I could be able to turn on a computer, have it browsing while I should have my browser on at work. I've been in DC for 6 days. What do you think I feel? I got an iMac 27-inch with a solid state terabyte in it that ain't making me no money because she off right now. But that'll be over by the time I get home. Player, for real. So we're going to end this in prayer. We're going to take this thing on out. You know what I'm saying? So I go get what I'm doing before I get hungry again. Because if I get hungry, I ain't going to want to do no reading.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. So thank y'all for joining on a scale of 1 to 10. How did we do? Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Give Nancy a big shouts out.
Thank you
and
so much.
what was the big thing that y'all got from this? I always ask from people, what is the big thing? So what, even talking about it, what was the big thing that you got out of this conversation that you can go and use immediately?
Well, what comes up for me is you have this idea of setting internal and external goals.
Yeah.
So what I would do personally is begin to meditate on how to bring my consciousness to a place where I can be an innovator. Because I mean, listen, no question about it. Bitcoin has come into my awareness several times before I pulled the trigger on it. So even when it came into my awareness and I didn't understand what it was, when my friend said, can you imagine a university accepted Bitcoin as payment for tuition? That thing never left me.
Tell them what you just said. A university did what?
A university. I wish I could remember.
Okay.
My friend called me up. Oh my goodness, it had to be 2000, maybe 11 or 12, and said, Nance, a major university just accepted Bitcoin. First of all, it could have been a minor university. It was a university. An accredited institution accepted Bitcoin as payment for tuition. And I didn't have the heart to tell them I didn't even know what a Bitcoin was. But I did have enough sense. Pride. Put it in your back pocket and look at it later. So I did have enough sense to go on Google and type in Bitcoin accepted by university for tuition. And surely enough, the article came up. I was deeply intrigued, but I didn't go any further.
Didn't take action.
I didn't take action.
Didn't take no dynamic action.
And then even when different people would say to me...
Your inner skeptic was louder than they were.
Inner skeptic? He hadn't even come online. I just It was like I didn't understand what it was. And the people that were telling me about it were just telling me about it. And I think they thought they were telling me more than I think they thought they were clear, and I didn't tell them they weren't. I never asked the right questions.
If y'all want more of this, I'm about to start really helping people multiply their Bitcoins. So getting them is step one.
I mean, the information that you're giving out on Bitcoin, Khayr, no joke. Nobody's talking about it like this. Nobody's giving people the soup to nuts line of reasoning and actions to get involved in something. And that should tell you something right there. If everywhere you turn, somebody's not trying to get you into Bitcoin, I mean, this is...
It's the largest transfer of wealth since the discovery of oil in North America. It's the largest transfer of wealth since the discovery of oil in America. That is what it is.
Yes.
And I'm only giving you this piece right here.
It's the tip of the iceberg.
Because we ain't even had the conversation that she had earlier about multiplying your Bitcoin.
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. This guy, let me tell you something.
So
y'all have y'all moments with Khayr. Y'all don't even see me. I've been fooling around. Khayr is as much my coach as he is yours, and you ain't never seen me, right? And I say to myself, oh, Khayr. So then, but every once in a while, I'll catch a video in the middle of the night, or he will post something and I will actually click on it and look at it. And I'll be like, God damn, he done struck again. And I got to hold on. Jesus. I am not kidding. So listen, I'm with you. I don't want to say I'm in a struggle because that ain't real, right?
We ain't got no struggle.
Right.
Especially when I just showed you earlier today.
No.
How you can go from... I just showed you what 6,000...
From zero to hero.
From zero to hero. I just showed you what $6,000 can do today. Remember what I showed you what 6,000
600.
Oh yeah, what
you
600.
showed me what 600 could do. And if nobody ever told you, you can buy Bitcoin with your credit card and it's an instant purchase. Instant. Stop playing.
So if you want
y'all going Christmas shopping and all that nonsense, you better buy something for you. I was never part of this.
Crypto Christmas. Make it a crypto Christmas.
I never was on this buy yourself a Christmas present thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of people buy themselves Christmas presents.
You doing something nice for yourself this Christmas?
I done it. I'm gonna get ready to do some more.
So you ain't getting no more scarves? They're gonna be on sale at Macy's. This is the nice mat. Like look everybody. They go together.
Didn't even buy together.
They're gonna have this on sale at Macy's.
Shame on them.
They're gonna have new earrings. Somebody's gonna be having a sale on earrings this Christmas. You're not getting no more earrings?
Not before I get more Bitcoin, no. Because if I buy and ride on Bitcoin, I can buy myself a jewelry store.
But what about if your niece and them want some games?
They work.
They can get a Litecoin. You might give away half Litecoins.
I ain't giving away.
Oh, they get. Oh, you just treat yourself.
Listen, I told them.
Oh, they can get a video.
You need to get on this.
They can get a video.
I told them you need to get on this. This is the currency of. This is the boom of your generation. You need to get on it.
$5,000 last year, January 1st, would have been
$168,000
on October 31st.
On October 31st.
Now tell them what it is right now, because especially what Litecoin did.
Wait a minute, and Bitcoin is twice what it was when you posted that.
We'll do the numbers and okay. So listen, if you want to know what I'm doing, so go to learnaboutbitcoins.info. Can somebody please type that? Learnaboutbitcoins.info. And fill it out. I'm not doing a bunch of more questions and answers. All I'm gonna do is show you.
Go online, get a Coinbase account, and put $20 in it. You can do that. Listen.
The song. Listen. I'm from DC.
Okay.
And the song. I'm the leader. The song is One man, $100 and a one-track mind.
mind.
So I don't have time for you. That's how I survive. Is off that song.
Yes.
So if you don't have $100, there's a problem with you fundamentally. So go get 100, get you some coins, and then go to learnaboutbitcoins.info and fill out the form, and I'll be in contact with you. That's all I really got to say. If you don't have Bitcoin, you got two things you inbox me for. Help me with my Coinbase account and tell me, and I filled the form out. Nancy, how long did it take you to fill the form out today?
Seconds. Barely 2 minutes.
How much did it cost?
Nothing.
You didn't pull out your credit card, did you?
Didn't even look for it.
Are you excited about what's coming after you just did that though?
Deeply.
You ready to get down?
I'm ready to roll.
So now
stop, drop, and roll.
So basically what's happening is she's laughing and so happy because she's about to have 3 streams. Yeah. She's about to have Bitcoin that she's holding, Bitcoin that's multiplying, and then she's about to have a managed Bitcoin portfolio because she's dealing with them bots that are going to get her the best deals in her portfolio on OWO.world. An empowered woman with 3 streams of income is gangster.
A year from today, a year from now,
talk to him.
You'll wish you had started today. That's all I got. Thank you, Doris. Thank you.
Y'all, I love Nancy too. You know what I'm saying? For real, for putting up with me and stuff like that.
Oh
so we're going to say prayer, then we're going to let y'all get up out of here. Anna Pacor, get your lock, your minka, Tatia Tezera, Kabel Renat, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Nahagibor, the Shea, Kadeka, Kavavai Shamra, Barkham Tyron, Rakame, the Ziga Taker, Tamid Gamlin, Kasim Kadosh, Baru Tufka, Nahel Anateka, Yakit Gahel, Amchapanez, or Craig Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Dizakatanu, Yodea Talamot, Baruchim, Kovo Makuto, Lalam Vaed. Amen. Like back in the church, we're going to holler at y'all. Please share the video. Get you some friends. I'm saying, get you some friends who know about Bitcoin.
OWO.world. Say it.
Oh, whoa. We're going to holler at y'all. Peace.